Batman a bad man, rude boy a madman, soft boy a sad man, facelift for waste man. Relax, me no one after box your face. Light up the team, give me after put you in your place. Enemy, see the enemy a come. Bust it up, watch the enemy a run.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Dillian White. They're looking for Dillian White to fight at the O2 Arena on October 30th. And Eddie Hearn admits that the leading opponent for Dillian White on that night is Chris Arreola. So I'm going to turn it over to Trill Dollar Bill. What is your reaction to Eddie Hearn saying that Chris Arreola is the leading candidate to fight Dillian White at the O2 Arena?
I like it. I'm not mad at that fight. I think it's a cool fight. Can't wait till the fight goes down.
All right. Simple as that. He likes it. All right. Conspiracy.
Yeah, like Trill. I like it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Arreola's last performance against Andy Ruiz, that was an entertaining fight. You know, like a lot of back and forth exchanging. You know, Chris Arreola, he's funny. Post conferences, like he's hilarious. So I think, you know, just the banter between White and Arreola will be like, you know, classic for the buildup of the fight. And if no one gets knocked out during that fight, the post fight conference is going to be hilarious too. So I think it's a good pick. You know, Chris Arreola, although he's older, they probably, you know, there's a strong chance of sending him in there to lose. But in that last fight with Andy Ruiz, he shows he still got the dog left in him. So I think it's a pretty decent fight, man. And hey, Dillian, don't take this dude too lightly.
All right, TBE.
Man, Dillian versus Chris Arreola. Yo, it's gonna be entertaining. Like it may be if Dillian knocks him out, it's gonna bring up the conversation. Is Andy Ruiz like legit? Like, you know, he can't knock out Arreola while White did it. But, you know, that might make a build up for that fight. But that's down the road. But it's gonna be an entertaining fight. I'm excited for it. You know, Dillian needs like a tune. He needs to stay fresh while he waits for his shot at the WBC. Whenever he gets that, you know, respect to you, man. And yeah.
On that, so just clarification. So you're saying if Dillian White knocks out Chris Arreola, then that will put Andy Ruiz's ability in question?
Last fight, because Andy Ruiz's last performance after so much time off, he was not that impressive. Like he got knocked down by Chris Arreola, and then he didn't take the guy out. Yeah. That's all. See, fix your face. I'm not this.
You know
what I'm saying? You know, it's swollen. So.
I remember when they were talking about Dillian White actually making his debut in the U.S. and they were talking about him fighting James Franklin, Kirk Franklin. I don't know, you know. But we were like, man, that name don't ring no bells. Nobody's gonna want to come see him. And so we threw out some names, and Chris Arreola was one of the names. And so now they're like, oh, Chris Arreola is the lead runner to face him at the O2 Arena. And so I said all that to say, yo, Eddie, man, you listening? You might as well just make it official, player, and add us to the zone. But getting to this point, Chris Arreola fought Adam Kalinowski. And in that fight, they set a record for heavyweight punches thrown. And that was a war, although Chris Arreola was on the short end of the stick, that fight was competitive. And in my opinion, Chris Arreola looked better in that fight than he'd ever looked before. And he was under Dan Goosen in that fight. If you look at Chris Arreola throughout his career, he was with like his friend, like someone who he was working with in the gyms, and he stayed with that guy. But when he parted ways with that guy and he got Goosen, he started to look better. So although you pointed out he's later on in his career, it's actually kind of a fresh start for him because he's actually with a solid, legitimate trainer who is battle tested in the professional level. And so he started to look better. And then when he fought Andy Ruiz, I thought he was going to be shot, and I thought he wasn't going to have much left due to the wars that he's been in. But he came in by his standards in good shape, and he dropped Andy Ruiz and forced Andy Ruiz to have to dig deep to get a decision. So I feel like it's a good fight for Dillian White, because if Dillian White can beat Chris Arreola in impressive fashion after his last two showings, albeit he lost to Ruiz and he lost to Adam Kalinowski, but if Dillian White can do it in a more impressive fashion, because they had trouble with him, that does make somewhat of a statement for him. So it's not a bad fight. It's intriguing. And my man Chris Arreola gets another shot, and I'm okay with that.
Please let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Phantom's album out right now, Destined for Stardom, on all major platforms. Check it out when you can. We're the Boxing.